Welcome to Perry. We're in our lower level at the moment of our wellness center. So Perry is a part of Presbyterian Villages of Michigan. We do senior services and senior living. We're part of a statewide nonprofit. Perry is kind of an interesting model because we have independent living, assisted living, and memory care. We do not do skilled nursing here, but we have skilled nursing within the PVM system. So PVM either owns or manages 36 campuses throughout the state of Michigan. So one of the really nice things is that you can start here at Perry and then end up anywhere within the PVM system throughout the state, or quite frankly, throughout the country. Because senior living and senior services is a massive field and only getting bigger. As the population ages. You know, the population demographic used to kind of look like a triangle with younger people on the bottom and older people on the top. And unfortunately now it kind of looks the other way. I know we're all going to wave and it's kind of hard to do my gestures with my broken hand. But needless to say, there are going to be more older people who need services and care. So the senior living field is huge. It encompasses, like, you name it and you can do it within the senior living field. I think a lot of people think of it only as caregiving, but it is not just caregiving, and certainly it is not only caregiving. We have, folks who look after our building with facilities management people. We have people who develop senior living properties. So we have developed a number of properties in the last couple of years. So it's designing, it's architecture, it's designing interior spaces, it's programming. So all of the pieces that engage with our residents, activities, wellness, it's support services. So dining is huge, and not only big here at Perry, but big throughout our system in terms of executive chefs and dietary staff and all of the people who support dining services. And then all of the back of the house stuff. So it's sales and marketing, it's financial services, it's billing and accounting, it's IT, all of the back office stuff that happens with IT management, it's social media management, all of the pieces that go into running a multifaceted business. So there are lots and lots of pieces to the senior services and senior services world, the industry, and you can the world is your stage, and you can come at it from lots of different venues and lots of different places. We have people here who are high school graduates all the way through postgraduate degrees and have come at it from lots of different backgrounds. I was an attorney for 10 years before I got into nonprofit management. Our RN, who stepped out for a minute, did hair for 10 years before, or 7 years. She went to cosmetology school originally and did hair before she decided to go back to nursing school. So there's lots of different paths to senior living. I don't know, Jill, do you want to?
Yeah, a lot of our caregivers and just staff in general have a heart and passion for this field. They may have cared for loved ones, grandparents, and so they already have some experience that we welcome and embrace. We will train, of course, and there is a little bit of a tuition program as well. If one wanted to pursue everything from a certified nursing assistant certificate, and that's through a few different avenues. It can be at a skilled nursing facility or the college. Our Central Michigan College has a great CNA program, and it runs the gamut. It's
Right.
a wide open field, more than people, as Mary Catherine said, more than people think when they just think of senior living.
Jill, you just mentioned CNA. Can you tell us what a CNA is?
Certified nursing assistant. And then there's an accelerated CNA. That's we call them our super CNAs. So it's an advanced certified nursing assistant course. Right. So.
And we employ CNAs here, but CNAs are also employed throughout the healthcare world.
Yep, absolutely.
So you can get your CNA certificate working for us, and then go into lots of different avenues with that. Some people get their CNAs, decide they love it, go on to nursing school later. We've had people who have worked for us while they were in nursing school. Great experience to do that. If you're interested in caregiving fields, we can be incredibly flexible with our scheduling. Because we're 24 hours, it really allows us to be very flexible because we can kind of make it work with however people are in school or have other things going on that they need to accommodate, because we always have care that needs to happen here, always have to be staffed. I know, Katie, do you want to talk a little bit about?
Sure. I'll talk a little bit about the Perry Club that we have here at Perry Farm Village. It is for the residents who live here, but also community members. That way we can showcase what we have here, but also, you know, a lot of older people as they're aging, they're living from home, and this is a way to get them in, have some social activities that they can do. You know, they can use the transportation because that can be an issue for people. You know, they can come for meals,
Which is a big one.
yes, yeah. Just really a reason to get people together, and, you know, living their best life, here at Perry Farm.
And I think that's something that people, you know, have a misperception about. They think about senior services and senior living, and they get an image of nursing home care in their minds. And that certainly is not what we look like here. That's not what a lot of senior services are about or look like. And people are aging differently now than they did even 5-10 years ago. And I think aging services will look different 5-10 years from now. You know, we all know those people who are still out biking and skiing and hiking and rock climbing into their 70s and 80s and even 90s. I saw a clip on Facebook the other day about a guy who still rides horses, he's a trainer for race horses. He's still out there at 82 years old, right? Watching him get on the horse was a little scary, but once he was on, he was good. So it really looks different, and our industry is really dynamic because we are really thinking about how we have to change, how we have to shift our model to think about how we serve those folks as they age and what they want, because what they want out of senior living is dramatically different from what their parents and their grandparents looked for and expected out of senior living. So, you know, as you know, as we've all learned through this last year with the Zoom world, technology is going to massively change how we handle aging and aging in community and aging in place. So you think of all the smart home technology that's out there in the world, the voice activated things, the Alexas of the world, and how that can help change aging and help people age at home and age in community. But there has to be somebody on the other end of that. So thinking about aging services as this incredibly tech-heavy, tech-focused industry, I think is not something that people normally comes to the top of their mind when they think working for senior services and aging services. So it's really, do they get to bring pets? Yes, they get to bring pets. They can have their pets here.
And we love the pets.
We love pets. We are very pet friendly, and they're fantastic to have. Yes. They are super cute.
2 dogs, 2 cats, or one of each.
Right, or one of each, a hamster, a rabbit,
Or that
that's
too.
right, you name it. We love the pets,
Love
they are
pets.
fantastic. And they're really great for our folks who are starting their memory care journey, to have a pet, to have something that they can interact with that doesn't expect them to be either incredibly verbal or expect them to respond in certain ways.